late. I did not. How late is it? I can't see what time it is. Is it 11? I don't have my watch. Oh well. Um, what did I do last night? All right, let me just get that out of the way. Happy Wednesday. Is today? Yeah, it's Wednesday the 16th. Taxes are done. Did I talk about that? I always get, I'm certainly not cornering any markets here by expressing how anxious I get around tax time. But I will say that every year I learn something new about my, it's always interesting to sort of like step back and get that like sort of bird's eye view, that 2020 hindsight view of spending habits, how I am with money. Sometimes I can be frivolous, sometimes I can be a little cheap. Like, you know, it's interesting. But every year I try to make, it's. What am I trying to say? I haven't had enough coffee, and I'm very blocked up this morning with mucus in my nasal cavity and in my lungs. I've coughed up. This must be allergies, which is new to me. Michelle, you're on extension? I filed on time. I mean, I'm a freelancer, which means, I get money from different directions. I get money from a client. I get money from creating social media. I get money from subscribers. I get money from the occasional acting gig, and I get these teeny tiny, hilarious, occasional residual checks from work I've done in television and film that are so small. Some of them I got one from Disney that was a penny. Or I'm sorry, it was 2 cents. I'm like, really? Anyway, so I get W-2s from those. Or is that W-4? What's the one we get back? Anyway. But I'm learning something every year, and I used to go to an accountant, and I probably should again. But W-2, thank you, Alicia. I've been doing it with TurboTax. It's not terribly complicated. Mine is not terribly complicated. And because of what I do and what I write about and what I create content about, I am things like going to see a movie or like a magazine subscription is like, that's because it's research. I'm constantly trying to pull things culturally. So yeah, that's about the size of that. What else was I going to share with everybody? I saw a movie last night. What did I see? Drop. I must have so many. I am all about a 1099. I am all about. Oh yeah, I got a 1099 from Airmail. I get a 1099 from all of it. And TurboTax kind of records it all. Like it's not. I gotta say, every year TurboTax gets better and cheaper. And love to Lenore. Thank you. Lenore's still having a hard time. She did not eat yesterday. She ate some grilled chicken breast that I bought for her. That was about it. But I looked up reasons for dogs, like what are some causes of dogs just pushing their food around and like spilling it everywhere, which she has been doing a lot of lately. Attention, she's nervous. It all tracks. I mean, this is like, she's going through some grief, I think. So, yeah, I don't think there's nothing medically wrong with her because I've seen this behavior before, but not as this acute, and it's nothing medical. She's a complicated dog. Lenore is a complicated dog. Anyway, Drop, a new thriller that is out. Not bad, I gotta say. It's a B, like it's a solid B thriller, and anybody who is a fan of the thriller genre, as I am, would get the reference that it is reminiscent of, or I should say, used the same formula as there was a movie some years ago. I want to say about easily more than 10 years ago, called Red Eye with Rachel McAdams and oh god, that Irish actor who was played Oppenheimer. I'm blanking on his name. Was very good, but it was the same formula, and that's a good movie. It's a solid B. I'm giving it a grade B, and that's not a bad thing. Like if you put it in the B thriller category, it deserves all 86 percentage points of its Rotten Tomatoes rating. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. She's good in it. What is the name of that actor who played Oppenheimer, the Irish actor? Cillian Murphy. Thank you, Barbara. I knew I could count on someone. In Red Eye. Excuse me, so much phlegm in my lungs this morning. So Cillian Murphy, Rachel McAdams, Red Eye, directed by Wes Craven. I highly recommend it. It's a fun B-movie thriller. But in fact, what's his name? Brian Cox is in it. He plays Rachel McAdams' father in it. Yeah. Drop is good. Drop is good. I enjoyed it. Total popcorn thriller. Good times. And I didn't recognize no other big stars in it. Like not a huge celebrity cast budget at all. But all the actors were good, I thought. Everyone did a good job. The set looked not too crazy expensive. It looked kind of lower budge, but I was totally okay with that. I love that. I loved that. There were a couple of, set tricks they did. But other than that, Cox, a great Scottish actor. Brian Cox. Yes, Brian plays Rachel McAdams' dad in Red Eye. Allergies. Oh my god, they suck. This must be what it is. Like, I've never had allergies like this. Oh my god. But I hacked up a bunch of phlegm this morning, not to get gross, but we're here to tell the truth. How was my audition? I don't know. All I know is that my audition was received. I heard from the casting director. She said, great, got everything, thank you so much. That's all I heard. I don't know anything else. And that's all I can say. All I can say is that it is for a new series coming out. That's all. That's it. That's it. What else is happening? Really disastrous situation for this innocent man held in the El Salvadorian. Let's not call it a prison. Did you guys see the footage or photos of it's a concentration camp. Now, granted, I'm imagining that a lot of these people who were gathered up and deported down there are gang members. But nonetheless, the idea of the shoulder shrug, yeah, well, we can't get him back. Bullshit. Awful. It's awful. I keep saying these words again. I said this last week in a live, and I'm going to say them again. Impeach, convict, remove. Trump. Impeach, convict, remove. This is a lot to take. Just every day there are 10 things. Every day there are 10 things that are really enough to give you a fucking heart attack. It's pretty gross. Due process, yeah. Anyway, that has me in a twist. I have to admit that I'm kind of enjoying the standoff between Trump and Harvard. Harvard has so much money in its endowment, they can kind of do whatever the fuck they want. But the notion that a college or a university has to back down to a government or bend the knee. This is about, and then I'm going to go. Like, I was talking with a friend yesterday. This whole thing, as I see it, and I'm not an expert on politics at all, but I'm a pretty keen observer, and I think I'm a pretty good judge of character. And this is all sort of revenge against. This is Trump's revenge against and retribution against people who he thought slighted him or weren't nice to him. Whether it's members of the press, law firms that did work in cases against him, government entities, individuals. This is retribution against, and this is not just symptomatic of Trump. Elon Musk does this in a different way. Certain comics do this, where like they're mad at people who don't think they're, or not comics, but let's just, I got to think about that and be more thoughtful with that. This is retribution and revenge against people who did not give you the reverence that you thought you were entitled to. And that's what Trump is doing. Like, because Trump thinks he's amazing in his own snow globe. He thinks he's like, just like everyone should be into him. And the second he gets a whiff that you're not into him and you're going to give him some pushback and not adore him the way he thinks he should be adored, he's going to come for you. There are certain particularly straight white dudes, who get pissed off when people don't think they're as funny as they think they should be thought of as. Am I making any sense? These allergies are really affecting the transmitters in my brain. But I think you get my point. Like, this is about Trump's payback, vengeance, punchback against entities, people who slighted him in his eye and didn't think he was as amazing as he thinks we should all think he is. Trump thinks that he is the king, when in fact he's really not that impressive. He's just a rich kid who got daddy's money, fucked it up, but managed to grift and hustle his way along. And he was saved by a television show, a fucking game show. You guys, we are living in the wrath of a game show host. So, impeach, convict, remove. And it's also his wires, to hear him talk, that motherfucker's lost it long ago, and it's just getting worse. He lost it long ago, it's just getting worse. Who was it? I forget who said it, like, Jersey mom. Yeah, I get it. That like the family of raccoons in his brain has already eaten through the wires. Yeah. My coffee's done. I'm done. I got to take the dog out and I have a meeting. So anyway, yeah, I will never forgive. This is what the people wanted. I will never forgive the people who voted for this guy, voted to have this guy in our lives for another 4 years. I got to look at that fucking face and we have to hear that fucking voice for another 4 years. Oh God, he's nauseating. Ugly, obnoxious, annoying. Ugh, gotta fucking look at that. Ew. I'm not Bill Maher, Kiss the Ring. Like, anyway. I love you guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Another day. Let's get through it, okay? Excuse me, I just belched. That was rude.